Men will call you a biatch because they realize they cannot control you. Other women will call you a biatch because they're jealous of you. They're angry that they don't have the ability to stand up for themselves the way you do. So do not be concerned about the labels that people put on you. Be concerned about how you see yourself. Greetings, everyone. If you've seen this background before, it's because I've used it. I literally went into my editing software and just removed the audio. Now I want to talk to you in this video and I want you to listen to me carefully. It's topics like this I would like to do on a live, but never mind, you're up and coming. Now, have anyone ever said to you, you changed? You're not as nice as you used to be. And if the answer is yes to that, then pat yourself on the shoulder and take a bow, okay? Because until you get to the point where people are starting to realize that they cannot use you or abuse you anymore, you're operating on low frequency, okay? Now, for me, as I get older, I learn to be more assertive. I learn to be more confident or have more confidence in not just my ability, but in expressing my wishes and my desires. And when people are not respecting my boundaries, I got no problems cutting. There are times when I cut off people that in the past I would have said, I cannot cut off these persons because guess what? It's my business. It is something that's going to contribute to my financial growth or whatever, but I don't care. Anything that spoils my peace or my opportunity to be free, I cut it off. Do you understand? I have few friends that I can count on one hand, legitimate friends that I could go to sleep while they're driving me. That's how much I trust them. Now, within what would you say, reason, of course, because everyone has a potential to hurt or fail anyone. But I'm just saying, with 15 or 20 years of knowing these individual and understanding certain patterns and seeing how they are there in my life, good and bad times, then I can say, okay, this is my friend. I don't allow people to disrespect me anymore because a lot of the disrespect people take is because you're so fearful that you're going to lose something or you're fearful for removing the mask. The mask that, is the super nice person, while underneath that layer, you got some things going through your head, the FUs. Okay, I don't care what you think about the way I look, the way I behave, the way I live my life, my choices. It is none of my concern what you think. But what is my concern is that when you're in front of me, when I have dealings with you, the way you deal with me, the way you treat me, and I am going to treat you the way you treat me, I am never, ever going to take the higher moral ground on any story that anybody wants to put out. I will not. I will meet you where you're at. And now, listen, there are times when I will ignore you because whatever you're doing, it's just not affecting me. But if it affects me, I'm going to respond. So sometimes I see people saying, people are violating them on the social media and they're going to sue. And I always laugh to myself to say, no one would ever open their mouth and threaten lawsuit if they had anything about them, if they had the ability or the finances or they knew how this works. For me, I have never ever felt violated in a circumstance where I feel like justice can be had from a suit and I didn't pursue it. Okay, that's the type of person I am. And I am carrying that over into my personal life, like, with my family. If I say this is what I want from you, that's what I'm expecting from you. And listen to me, guys. I don't care how love stands in the way of anything. If you don't ask for what you need, the people around you will not know. And asking for what you need and not ensuring that you get it, then to me is what's the point? You tell somebody, this is my boundary. If you cross it, it's over. and they cross it and you're still there babysitting, well, that's you. Let me change that. You have the right to do whatever you want to do in your life. I'm talking about how I feel about certain things. Because guess what? It's a new year, it's a new season. And I don't know if any of you have this experience, because I notice I have a lot of people my age and older, starting from 24 to 30. I have that's my smallest core group, but the average, is in their 45 to my age. And do you notice that as you get older, your tolerance level goes down so low? You are not able to pretend to be something that you're not. So for the young people who are within that 18 to 25 age gap, I want you to understand, if somebody loves you or somebody likes you, they're going to like you regardless. And if liking you means that they get to walk over you and disrespect you, then you know what? You're better off alone. You're better off being by yourself. Now, recently, all kinds of story in this video. Someone in my family, a person that I actually like, in Jamaica, was having a conversation about me with another person. I'm not sure who the other person is. I kind of suspect who it could be based on the conversation. And she was talking and saying some things that was not really true, and the things that she's saying is not something that rattles my feather, but she was talking about me. And how the spirit would always have it, she sent it to my WhatsApp by accident. And in the past, when she reached out, I would go and not really say anything. I did not say anything. I listened to the voice note. I had a good laugh, chuckle, but I just felt like, okay, it's just spirit showing me how the thing set. You understand? And she texts me, and I would play nice in the past. Remember, I told you somebody tested their food that they thought was poison on me, and I still talk to the person. That is insanity. When the spirit hand you something, whether in your dream or in your real life, where you get to see it play out in front of you, why you playing games? Why you talking about, oh, keep the enemies close? What? Cut off the enemies. And if they even look like an enemy, you cut them off too. If you want peace and you want freedom, you don't want to be looking over your shoulder and wondering and playing nice. Why? Why are you doing all that? No nice people. The people who we call nice in the world suffer the most, have the most grievance or complaints. You can't hurt an individual who is not concerned about playing nice. Okay? These are the ones in the world that get respect. Believe me. Just look even on social media, the people who violate others, who do the most nastiest things. You see, a group of people, it's just something about people who exert their own authority and stand up in on their own square and demand respect. They give it too, and they demand it. All right. So you have to release that, let go that fear, let go that kind of demonic thing that is attaching itself to you to talk about being nice. And even as you are, people are just violating you. I don't care. And I want you to stop caring about what people think, and allowing people to have you spread out like a mat and run over you like some doormat. Don't do that. So in the past, I would want to be seen as nice. So I would give away what I didn't have. They say, give away your A double dollar sign and let it go through your ribs. I'm not trying to do that now, because guess what? As you're pushing for greatness, understand that you don't want to walk over anybody, but at the same time, this all being super nice will stop you from reaching your goal and the heights of success that you want to reach. Okay, so me personally, I'm not friends with anybody that I'm doing business with. Me and you is not friend. This is business. Okay, and if I ask for something and you're not able to provide it for me, you're gone. So even in my line of business, it's a community affair. And in order for me to do my job and do it to the best of my ability, I expect you as a client to do this, that. And so recently I told a client This is what is going to happen from now on. We're stepping this game up. This is what you have to do. And if you don't do it, then I'm going to call you out on it and you're going to get the consequence of that. You got to just not be fearful, guys. I have been fearful all my life. Oh, I put up with so much disrespect. People at my work talking to me, talking down to me. And I live in Canada where people know how to be politically correct. But if you're insightful or you're spiritual, you know what they're doing. And I would sometimes call them out, and the women would turn on the tears. And before you know it, I am patting somebody because I don't want to be the bad guy. You disrespect me and you violate me in a very sneaky way and sometimes openly. And when I confront you on it, you start your crocodile tears. I don't let people crocodile tears get to me anymore. You understand me? I don't allow people sub story because when they're harming you, them don't business about your sad story. Okay? I give as much as I get. Okay? And I stand up and demand the respect that I deserve. And I'm going after what I need in life. And any stumbling block step in my way, I will kick it down. I'm not jumping over it or running around it no more. I'm kicking it down. We have to stay fierce in 2025. Stand up, man. Stop being a little chicken. Stop being, walk over or push over. Stop acting like you're desperate for people's love when you don't even love yourself. Stay blessed, everyone.